Fellas, it is officially time for the best video of the year. I'm calling it. I'm going to be predicting the top 15 quarterbacks 5 years from now, which includes the rookies coming into this class like Mendoza, absolute dog. The guys who are already in the NFL, the guys that we already know about, Josh Allen, Drake May. And then I may even add a couple of the guys who are not even coming into this year's class, but are, later down the line going to get drafted. But first, I just need to say that I am a raging casual when it comes to college football. I mean, I literally scout guys like 5 days before the NFL draft, so if I get some takes wrong here, let's just say that might be why. Now, I'm not going to drag the intro on and on and on, so without further ado, let's get into it. The top 15 guys, but really before I do, I need to kind of go over the guys who are going to be retired. Of course, we got guys like Old Man Rodgers, definitely not going to be in the league in 5 years. Dude's barely in the league right now. We got guys like Matthew Stafford, trying to win MVP this year. He's not going to win though, Drake May, let's be honest. And then we got like guys like Geno Smith, but do we really need to talk about Geno Smith? He probably isn't even going to be a starter next year. And Russell Wilson. Got to give a little bit of credit to Russ. I mean, great career, Hall of Famer, but definitely does not have it anymore. And now let's get into the list. And I'm going to actually be starting the list off with a bit of a curveball. Like I said, raging casual when it comes to college, but number 15, I got Julian Sayin. But Julian Sayin looks like he has a very high floor when it comes to the NFL, but he also has a pretty cap ceiling. I mean, at least that's what guys on Reddit are saying. From what I've seen, he looks like he's got a great arm, great decision making, but he could get the ball off a little quicker. So Julian Sayin, I think, is here at number 15, is a pretty good spot to kind of slot him in. I mean, this is a top 15 out of 32 starting quarterbacks. So a guy like this at 15 is really not saying that he's elite, but it's also not saying that he's bad. I mean, there's 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Basically, 2 of those guys are not even going to be real quarterbacks. I mean, let's be real. Justin Fields is starting this year, and the Justin Fields experiment, it's over, I think. I mean, I was a supporter, I was a truther for a while. Justin Fields he failed me too many times, man. I'm too hurt. So Julian Sayin at 15 is what I got slotted in there. And number 14, I got a back-to-back curveball. I'm going with Sam Darnold, the man himself. Seeing ghosts no more. Darnold in Seattle has been elite this year. I mean, we have a 2-year sample now where Darnold has actually been pretty good. I mean, with the Vikings, he was fighting for the number 1 spot. Seattle gets the number 1 spot. They get the bye in the playoffs. I haven't seen what he has done in the playoffs yet, so we will see what he does, because if he throws 3 picks, I may look pretty dumb here. But the resurrection of Sam Darnold's career has been one of the best storylines in the past couple of years, and I hope that it continues. I believe that it will in the next 5 years. I think Darnold will continue to be elite. I think he's going to be with Seattle at least for 2 more years. And when you pair Sam Darnold with a guy like JSN for 2 years with that defense, I think that it's kind of hard to go wrong with JSN. I mean, JSN's a beauty. But I'm sure you guys are not here to hear me talk about Sam Darnold on the Seahawks, so we're going to move on to number 13. At number 13, I got a guy who's got a lot of hype this year. He's got some Rookie of the Year kind of consideration, and that is Jackson Dart, but I don't think he's going to be the Rookie of the Year. Let's just be clear. Jackson Dart, with a small sample size, has looked pretty good. I mean, his rushing ability is crazy for fantasy football. We love him. But at 13, I think this is exactly where he could slot in, because I think he could develop pretty well. As long as he keeps his brain in his head, I think this kid should continue to develop, especially with Malik Neighbors, hopefully coming off that brutal injury. He's back to who he was. I was surprised by Dart. I mean, coming out of Ole Miss, I thought that he wasn't the best. I thought for fantasy, he'd be good, but in real life NFL, not so much. But he's already kind of outperformed what I thought he was going to do. I think at number 13, that's not too disrespectful to put him here. I mean, as you can see, I'm a Cowboys fan, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I don't even hate the Giants. I kind of like Jackson Dart. I love Cam Scatterwood. I mean, eating crayons is the best, man. And with a new coaching staff coming into the Giants, if they kind of land the right coach to develop Jackson Dart, I think top 13 quarterback is definitely in his picture. I think his floor is very low, but I think he could be a guy who, kind of has that young Baker Mayfield where he kind of fiddles out after having a great rookie season. But I do think that Jackson Dart here at 13 is somewhat realistic. And yeah, let's just put him here. At number 12, I have a guy who I am a truther on, and some people are already out. It's been 1 year, and that is Cam Ward. I mean, look at the Titans. The Titans just are... They're barely an NFL team. I mean, this is basically an XFL team in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, LKO Manor, absolute dog. He's got to develop a couple more years, I think, though. He's had a okay rookie season. And then you got Shamire DK. I don't know how to say his name. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it though. When those are your top 2 targets in this offense, Calvin Ridley is basically no good anymore. I mean, just go back to gambling, my man. You're really setting yourself up for failure with Cam Ward, especially when his coach was fired like halfway through the season. So with a new coaching staff in this offense, with some top weapons in the NFL draft coming their way, I think that the Titans could develop and Cam Ward can turn into that guy who you kind of want to be. In my opinion, Cam Ward is basically like a young Jameis Winston, just with a little less personality. And I think that he probably won't have as many, interceptions as Jameis Winston because he's a little bit smarter with the ball, but he does kind of just huck it down there sometimes. So I think if you pair him with the right guys, I mean, this could be successful. At number 11, I have one who basically everyone a couple years ago was saying like he's the greatest quarterback we've ever seen, and now things have really cooled, and that is CJ Stroud. A lot of that has to do with his O-line, of course. I mean, this team has just an elite defense as well, so like when you ask CJ Stroud to do something, it's really not got to be a lot. You basically got to put up like 20 points and you'll win the game. But I think that CJ Stroud behind a better offensive line could be kind of back to where he was as a rookie. Maybe not quite as flashy, and people still probably won't be quite as high, but he is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in recent history, especially at such a young age. And he's been very successful, as we saw in his rookie season, of course, turning that team around and making the playoffs in their first year. I think what Stroud needs, though, is a little bit of something, lighting a fire under his butt. This guy plays like he's in a scrimmage, like he's in preseason all the time. I think that Stroud's got to get a little bit more heated. Come on, let's throw some punches, do something. But I do like Stroud, especially with Jaden Higgins, a little bit of a sleeper. I think that this team could turn things around, and Stroud could be back to being in the top 10 possibly, but I got him here just outside the top 10 at number 11. And then at number 10, a guy who last year, if you followed me on Instagram, you would have known that I absolutely hated this guy. Well, okay, I don't hate the guy. Just thought he was bad. In fact, for the last couple years, basically since his rookie season, I've said he's extremely overrated, but this past year, he showed up. And that is Trevor Lawrence. But man, throw the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. catch the ball. Oh my word, man. Giving me flashbacks to drafting him at the 112, man. What was I doing? But anyways, Trevor Lawrence absolutely turned this Jaguars team around. I mean, they just got knocked out of the playoffs. I thought they'd beat the Bills. They didn't. But I think with Liam Cohen, this team's building an offensive-led team with a great defense as well. So I think Trevor Lawrence has exactly what it takes to be in that fringe top 10. We've seen what he did in college. I mean, he was a very good prospect, strong arm, very athletic, has great decision making most of the time. I mean, he does, occasionally throw something that you're like, what were you thinking? But Trevor Lawrence, for the most part, has been pretty good, and he does have what it takes to win a Super Bowl, I believe, if this team can continue to get better. I even thought that this year they kind of had a shot at the Super Bowl. I didn't have them winning the Super Bowl. I think I had them getting knocked out in the second round, but they got knocked out in the first round, so what do I know? And we're moving into the kind of top tier guys now. We got number 9. I have Jaden Daniels. A lot of guys will probably have Jaden Daniels higher, but I mean, after this year, we've seen him just constantly basically dive headfirst into opponents. This guy has got to take care of himself, man. If he's not going to gain some weight and start playing a little bit more conservatively, I don't know if he's going to be even in the league in 5 years. Like, chill out, bro. But he had an extremely good rookie season, obviously. MVP candidate in his rookie season, and he's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL. This year, of course, taking a bit of a step back because of all those injuries. But I think that if this team can add some more pass catchers, obviously theirs are kind of aging out, and kind of tie a younger wide receiver or tight end to Jaden Daniels, I think that Jaden Daniels could be into the top 10 easily in 5 years. His passing is a little bit worse than a lot of these guys on this list, but that rushing and that dual threat ability is what basically makes him up there. I also think that he can get better as a passer. It's not like he's horrible. I mean, remember that deep ball in like when time expired? That was beautiful. I think that was against the Bears.
Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle!
Moving on to number 8, we got a man who I'm very excited to see, and that is Fernando Mendoza. Indiana Hoosiers, baby. Let's go. This guy, I mean, I have not seen the College Football Championship. I'm filming this before the championship happens. It'll probably get uploaded after because I'm kind of slow. But I love this kid. I mean, you know what I mean. The touchdowns to interception ratio is insane. I mean, this is one of the most well-rounded, best teams in college football. And Fernando Mendoza, say that 10 times fast, is one of the guys who's really leading this team. He is the leader of this team. And he's also one of the smartest quarterbacks that I've ever watched in college football. I mean, I'm not the smartest. I'm a college dropout. But Mendoza, I kind of look up to him in a way because he's kind of a genius when it comes to football, and I think that that's going to translate into the NFL very, very well. That's why I have him in the top 8, and I believe on the Raiders paired with Brock Bowers, the guy who everyone says that my hairline looks like, unfortunately, as well as Ashton Genty and a couple more weapons. If they make that O-line better, Mendoza's going to be cooking in 5 years. I'll just say that. Moving into number 7 now, we have a man who I've been hot and cold on, but he has Colston Loveland now, and that is, of course, Caleb Williams. Another top-tier college prospect, and Caleb Williams, he's here to stay now. I mean, we've seen what he can do this year. As of right now, they're still in the NFL playoffs. They just beat the Packers. Everyone's like, oh, they beat the Packers. I literally predicted it, man. This was so easy. I know that they were down like 21-3 at one point, but he's got that clutch gene. And Colston Loveland, dog, man. As long as they're paired together, Caleb Williams is going to be up here. And of course, you got Ben Johnson. I mean, who doesn't love Ben Johnson? Unless you're a Packers fan, of course, or maybe even a Lions fan. Actually, there's quite a few teams that probably don't like Ben Johnson now that I think about it. But Ben Johnson he's one of the most fun coaches to watch. Paired with Caleb Williams, this guy, he's here to stay. In 5 years, I bet that he's still in the top 10. Number 6, we have one of the most both overrated and underrated quarterbacks in the NFL, and that is Justin Herbert. Some guys have Justin Herbert as like their number 2 or 3 quarterback, that's insane. I mean, here at number 6, I think that's even a little bit generous, but his intangibles, like his size and his speed and everything, and just how athletic he is, the fact that he played basically the entire year with a broken hand is kind of nuts, and he still made it to the playoffs. They kind of had that back and forth game against the Patriots, but of course, Drake May, takes it. But at number 6, I think this is the perfect spot for Justin Herbert. I mean, he has incredible size, arm strength, very accurate. We know that he's going to be in the league for a long time. He has over 17,000 yards already and over 100 touchdown passes, and he's pretty early into his career. I mean, relatively, he's getting a little bit up there, but not too bad. And he has what it takes to be an elite quarterback for times to come. So I think at number 6 here, it's the perfect spot for him. He can easily move into the top 5 if the Chargers start to turn things around and aren't kind of hovering in that mediocre spot every single year like they have been. And at number 5, we've got him. Texas boy, stand up. This is Arch Manning's time. Obviously, no idea where he's going to go. So if he goes to the Jets, I'm taking him right off this list. You bet your bottom dollar I am. But Arch Manning right now, he has been one of the top prospects in college football for a long time. It's Arch Manning. Come on now. He can go out there and throw like 30 picks this season, and I'd probably still be pretty hyped to watch him. It's kind of hard to not have you in the top 5 when you have the last name Manning. I mean, especially when he's coming out of Texas. Go Longhorns. I don't even know really why I say that. I don't even watch Longhorns football. I'm a UNC fan, but the Longhorns are kind of sick, so I like Bijan Robinson. Anyways, that's a totally different conversation. Let's get back to the video. I think Arch Manning on the right team, in the right system, is easily a top 5 quarterback in the NFL in 5 years. I mean, that may be a early statement to make right now. He could be an absolute bust, but I believe that this kid is smart. He has what it takes to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He's got everything that he needs, and as long as he isn't on a team like the Jets, he should be able to make it happen. Now go ahead, drop your hate comments. I know you are going to leave one. Hey, it's editing Nick here. I got a haircut, that's why I look so handsome. But I need to pop on here because I may or may not have left Lamar Jackson off this list. Yeah, that's a biggie. So I am unofficially / officially putting him right here at spot number 4. I don't think I need to explain why. He's kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, Lamar Jackson has moved everyone else back. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go back to the video. At number 4, we got a guy who everyone talks about right now, and that is Josh Allen. Who knows, maybe he'll win the Super Bowl this year. I had him leaving in the first round, like I said, versus the Jaguars, but Josh Allen, he's elite. I mean, he can carry a team all by himself. He literally has, Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. He's not even really playing. That guy sucks. And he's still making the Bills arguably the best team in the AFC right now, which is kind of nuts. He is probably the best dual threat quarterback in the league. You can argue with a wall if you think it's Lamar Jackson. It's not. And we've seen what he's been able to do with that deep ball and just with the threat that he has really as being a dual threat quarterback. Josh Allen, I believe he is the perfect dual threat quarterback because he's actually got the size to make it happen. He's got the arm to make it happen, and he's got that dog in him. I mean, he'll play through injury. He's going to be in the top 5 for a while, and I believe firmly in 5 years he'll still be a top 5 quarterback, one of the most exciting quarterbacks to watch in the NFL. You can bet your bottom dollar. Now, I know he's going to be 33, but I don't think that matters. It's Josh Allen. And 33 is not even that old. Come on. And that means we're headed into our top 3 quarterbacks in 5 years from now, predicting the top 3 quarterbacks. Number 3, I have Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Now, who knows if he's even on the Bengals in 3 years. He says he was going to be on the Bengals forever, but we will see. They're getting kind of frustrated. This offense obviously is absolutely elite. Joe Burrow, elite quarterback as well. I know there's an argument that people say, oh, is he really? Yes, he's elite. Let's be real. He's been struggling with injuries and he's still been one of the best passers in the NFL. He has some of the best decision making too, and paired with Jamar Chase, I believe for a while, as well as T. Higgins. He could be here to stay, but who knows? In 5 years, I kind of doubt that T. Higgins is also there just because of all the money decisions. I haven't really looked at the contracts though, so call me casual. Maybe I'm not looking at it right. But I think Joe Burrow in the top 3 is a pretty easy decision. I think that number 3 is exactly perfect where he should be, because I don't see him higher than 3 based on the next 2 quarterbacks we got, but I think he's still around that Josh Allen kind of range. So you can kind of change them up if you want. Put Josh Allen at number 3, put Joe Burrow at number 4, but I believe that he will still be easily a top 5 quarterback in 5 years. And of course, that is if he stays healthy. Joe Burrow, I mean, come on, just stay healthy, man. He finally had a healthy offseason, and then he comes out and gets injured again in this season. Stay healthy, Burrow. Do whatever you got to do. Duct tape your wrists if you got to. Well, maybe not, because then you'd be a bad passer. Well, just do what you have to do. Get some testosterone or something. And now we're going into our top 2 quarterbacks in 5 years from now. At number 2, I have the number 1 quarterback in the league, basically, which is Patrick Mahomes. Now, you might be saying, why is he number 2 if he's the number 1 quarterback? I'll get into that when I get to number 1. Come on, man. I don't think I really need to make the case for Patrick Mahomes. Yes, they had a bit of a fallout. The Chiefs dynasty might even be over, but Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. We've seen what he's been able to do, win multiple MVPs, Super Bowls, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league, one of the most, what's even the word for it? Creative quarterbacks. I mean, he's able to create things out of the pocket and kind of make his magic, as we've seen with Patrick Mahomes. Of course, no more Travis Kelce, so that duo is dead. I mean, at least I hope. He might have one more year, but let's be real. Travis Kelce is not going to be elite next year. So Patrick Mahomes in 5 years is kind of a no-brainer. I think that he'll have at least one more Super Bowl by then. And if this team can continue to draft well like they did with Rashee Rice, then, I mean, as long as he doesn't get any more car crashes, then I think that Patrick Mahomes will be easily a top 1, top 2, top 3 quarterback in the NFL in 5 years. So this is kind of easy to put him right here. And that brings us to the number 1 quarterback in 5 years. You probably already know what's coming, and that is Drake May, baby, the MVP of the season this year. I may be getting ahead of myself here, but I do think that what we've seen from Drake May this year has enough to make him easily a top 3 quarterback in 5 years from now. With that Patriots team, who knows, they might be building another dynasty. We're talking about top tier arm strength. We're talking about in the pocket, one of the best guys. He's not afraid to step up in the pocket. That sometimes is to a dismay, as he can occasionally fumble, but his pocket presence is elite, and he also knows when to scramble. He knows when to run. He's very smart, and he's been playing with Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry as his top 3 receiving options. And now, hopefully, if he gets paired with a very good wide receiver, Drake May, what do I have to say, man? Now, I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but Drake May, man, I love Drake May. I do want to know where you guys have him, though, because I may be extremely biased here. Of course, UNC fan, I absolutely love Drake May. If I want to know where you guys have him in your top 15 quarterbacks in 5 years. And if you don't have him in your top 15, don't even comment, because that's crazy. And it may be a bit of a stretch to have him at 1, but I can honestly see it. 5 years is a lot of time to go by. So I think that Drake May, he's here to stay. Easily top 5, top 3 for sure. And number 1 is where I've got him. That's it. But before the video ends, I want to say my top snubs, because there are some guys who I kind of thought kind of deserved to be on this list, but didn't end up making it. I'm not a Jordan Love hater. I just think that he doesn't have exactly everything that you want in a quarterback. I think that he's kind of around that 17 range, where he's kind of in the middle of the league. So that's why I don't have him on here. He could take a step up, but I don't really see it. Dante Moore is another one, but as of right now, he's going to the Jets. And we know what happens to quarterbacks who go to the Jets. I don't think I should really have to make an argument for him to be on this list, because if he is on the Jets, he's not going to be in the top 15, let's be real. Bryce Young, a guy that I do like. I just didn't really know where to put him. Jared Goff, he's just going to be kind of old, let's be real. I don't think he's going to be in the top 15 anymore. He's kind of getting to age out at that point. Dak Prescott, another guy, of course, I'm a Cowboys fan. I have a love-hate relationship with Dak Prescott. I think that he is not the problem in Dallas, let's just be clear. But Dak Prescott, I think he will as well kind of age out. He'll be, let's see how old he will be. Yeah, Dak's going to be 37 years old in 5 years, so it's kind of hard to argue that Dak's going to be in the top 15. He could be, I don't know. Jared Goff will also be 36 as well, by the way. And then my last snub that I think a lot of other people are going to say, like, oh, why isn't he on here? And that is going to be Bo Nix. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really Bo Nix hater. I think he's kind of average. I think he doesn't always make the right decisions. I think in fantasy football, it kind of elevates him a little bit. But I think that he's going to be as well. He would probably be, honestly, my quarterback 16 though. So it's not like he's horrible. He's just average. But that's all I have for you. That is my top 15 quarterbacks 5 years from now in the year 2031. Let me know how stupid I am in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe because I got a lot more content to come. And maybe I'm going to do this for running backs too. Well, running backs doesn't really make sense because they're kind of like all going to be old. Maybe I'll do this for wide receivers though. Comment down below if you want me to do that. That is all I got for you. Peace.